Hi everyone, welcome. Today, we're tackling a tricky situation, changing an ignition switch without the key. Losing your key or having a broken ignition can be a real headache, so we'll show you some methods. Remember, this information is for legitimate purposes only, like replacing a faulty ignition in your own car. We are not responsible for any misuse of this information. First, let's talk about the basics. The ignition switch is what allows you to start your car. It connects the battery to the starter motor. Without a working switch, your car won't start. Now, let's get into how to remove it without a key. 1. Disconnecting the battery. Safety first. Always disconnect the negative terminal of your car battery before working on any electrical components. This prevents accidental shocks or damage. 2. Accessing the ignition switch. You'll likely need to remove the plastic steering column covers. These are usually held in place by screws. Use a screwdriver to carefully remove them. You might also need to remove other trim pieces around the steering wheel. Be gentle to avoid breaking anything. 3. Identifying the ignition switch. Once the covers are off, you'll see the ignition switch. It's usually a cylindrical part connected to the wiring harness. Take a good look at how it's mounted. There might be screws, bolts, or clips holding it in place. 4. Removing the old switch. This is where it gets a bit more involved. If you can't simply unscrew the switch, you might need to break it. Wear safety glasses for this step. You can use a screwdriver and hammer to carefully break the plastic housing of the switch. Be careful not to damage the surrounding wiring. Once the housing is broken, you should be able to access the electrical connector. Disconnect the connector from the switch. Some cars have security features that make this process harder. You may encounter tamper-proof bolts or other anti-theft measures. In those cases, you might need specialized tools or a professional locksmith. 5. Installing the new switch. Now that the old switch is out, it's time to install the new one. Connect the electrical connector to the new switch. Make sure it's a secure connection. Then, carefully mount the new switch in place. Use the screws or bolts to secure it. Make sure it's properly aligned. 6. Reassembling and testing. Put the steering column covers back on. Replace any other trim pieces you removed. Reconnect the negative terminal of the car battery. Now, test the new ignition switch. Insert your new key and try to start the car. If everything is connected correctly, your car should start. If it doesn't, double-check all your connections. Remember, this is a general guide. The specific steps may vary depending on the make and model of your car. If you're not comfortable working on your car's electrical system, it's always best to consult a professional mechanic. So, that's how you change an ignition switch without the key. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more car repair tips and tricks. Let us know in the comments if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos. See you next time.